Hi everyone, hope you're having a good day. Thanks for having a look at the video. My name's Gareth Daw. I own car doors in Taunton and Somerset. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but today I'm going to demonstrate to you the Kia Carens 7-seater automatic. Currently for sale on Autotrader and www.cardoors.com. You actually find me in Wellington. I'm out and about doing some jobs. It'll be a really good opportunity to take the Kia out and do the demonstration video for you. So how's it going to work? Well, we're going to start off by doing an exterior walk around the exterior, highlight any of the key blemishes in the exterior. We're going to have a look at the interior, look at all the features of the car, show you everything working, demonstrating everything functioning correctly. We're going to go for a test drive where you'll be able to see for your own eyes the actual car driving, feeling, etc. I'm going to do my best to describe what's going on. And finally, we're going to have a look at the paperwork. So without further ado, let's crack on and have a look at this wonderful Kia Carens 7-seater automatic. We're just going to start by taking a walk around the car. Try my best not to do a fall over. Okay, let's start by highlighting some of the blemishes on the car. So if we come over here to your passenger side front bumper corner, nothing too untoward there. There is a little mark down on the bottom here. We come down your passenger side front wing. Nothing there at all of any concern. Passenger side rear door, nothing there of any major concern. Passenger side rear door, nothing there of any major concern. Passenger side rear quarter panel and arch, nothing there of any major concern. Come up around the back, your windows, glass, A's and B's pillar, all looking good, and your passenger side wing mirror cover is in good order as well. Let's make our way around to the back. Passenger side rear bumper corner, all good. Passenger side rear bumper face with the loading area, you can see there's some scratches along the base here. It probably came from where people have been loading up this versatile car over the years. Rear tailgate in good order, rear glass in good order, rear roof bars in good order. Right, let's get on, and the parking sensors, they're in good order. The plastics, absolutely fine. Okay, you're on your driver's side now. So your driver's side rear bumper corner, absolutely fine. Your driver's side rear arch, absolutely fine. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if it's picking it out in the paint. Might not be visible on the cameras, but some ever so slight scratches in the lacquer. It's not in the paint, but it's in the lacquer. Driver's side C pillar, B and A pillar through with the glass, absolutely fine. there's not much concern there at all, is there? Driver's side rear door. No major concern at all. Driver's side rear. There's some wear here. Now here there would have been a plastic guard at some point. You can see where there's a little bit of it's left over, and that's evidently over the last 12-13 years worn away. There's a little bit of wear there. Driver's side front door. Yeah, absolutely fine. A couple of light branch marks like here. You can't see them in the video because they're in the lacquer, they're not actually in the paint, but they are there. Driver's side front wing mirror, absolutely fine. Driver's side front wing, yeah, there's not much concern there. What's that? And there's a tiniest little, I don't know if you can see it here, little spot where it's got a stone chip, which is discoloured, so that will need touching in, maybe some hammerite just to make sure she's okay and there's no rust coming through. But you can see, right, driver's side front bumper corner, there's some wear here, just here, and a scratch there, and down here in a very similar place to the passenger side. But overall, plastics are in good order. Kia badge, number plate, plastics, grille, all in good order. Now the bonnet. You might not be able to see, but I'm going to try and zoom in if I can. There are stone chips on the bonnet. The glass, sunshine roof, all in good order. I hope that helps on the exterior of the... Oh, I haven't done the alloy wheels. Let's do the alloy wheels. This vehicle has got 16-inch Kia alloy wheels. This is the driver's side front. There's a scratch here, here and here. Comes as no surprise. Discoloration of the centre cap as well. The front tyre, over 75%. You've got 7 to 8 mil on there, on the driver's side front. Let's look at the passenger side front. Coming round, passenger side front, obviously you'd expect the same wear as the driver's side, being a consistent, but there are marks and wear here on the alloys, and again discoloration, oxidation. The word's there somewhere. You get the idea of the Kia badge in the centre. And if we have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 75, over 75%. It's a little bit less, a little bit more wear on this, I'd say, but still really good tread. Probably 6 to 7 mil, over 75% of the width of the tyre. Let's go down and have a look at the rears. Again, I've been out driving, that's why the tyres are a bit dirty. Obviously, everything gets balloted accordingly. All right, 75%. So the rear alloy wheel, we've got marks again here and here, and the tread on the back. Yeah, you've got about 2.2 mil, over 75% of there. So there's not much wear on the left, but you can see here straight away, rear disc pads and handbrake shoes, which have been replaced on this vehicle for the previous MOT, which I had done. Something worth to note, there's been a rust repair here done. It's all strong, solid. That's been completed probably for a previous MOT. That's good to know. Let's go around to the final, which is on the passenger side rear wheel. Again, where? In exactly the same places as all the other tyres, all the other wheels, sorry. This car does have alloy locking wheel nuts. Alloy locking wheel nut is actually in the centre. Again, you can see here, new rear discs, new rear pads, and you've got new handbrake shoes in the middle. Let's have a look at this tyre. Ooh. This tyre here, it's got about 3 mil across 75% of the outer one is probably about 2. So I would say probably about, again, similar span life to the passenger side. So you've got 2 consistent front tyre wear on the front, 2 consistent front tyre. So at any point in the future, I should imagine those would what you would have to be budgeting for in the next 10 to 15,000 miles, depending on how you drive. Might be less. Right, so that brings us to the conclusion of the exterior shot of the car. Why don't we go and have a look at the interior now and run through some bits and bobs there. Right, everybody, all aboard the Kia Carens 7-seater. So if you're a driver, this is how you get in. This is the area dashboard console that you're met with. We'll come back onto the features of that in a moment. If you're a rear passenger in the second row, these are the seats with the headrests, what you're met with. And then if you come into the back, this is your boot cargo area here. These are third row. So how do you access those third row? Well, what we need to do is lift this lever up here, and the entire seat folds forward like so. Same applies to the passenger side. And please note, these are split folding independent seats for the second row. If anybody's owned a Vauxhall Zafira, you'll understand it'll have a single bench seat that flips up and moves forward. That's really great to have. The rear third row seats, they do not slide forward, but they do fold flat for additional cargo in the back. And they've also got 3-point harness positions, which is really cool, and the headrests. Now, let me demonstrate that to you. Traditional, so here you got your load 7-up, your cargo area, and then we can pull this, and she folds flat. And we can pull this, I'm doing this one-handed, and she floats flat, like so. Now the actual carpet has had wear, it has been washed and valeted, but it's still not perfect because, hey folks, it's 12 years of wear in the rear carpets. There's no rips on it, which is really good news. Where wear is apparent is on the rear arches here and here. It's a brittle plastic and there's no way of getting it, but you do have the benefit of storage bins on either side and cup holders for the third row seats. What else do we have? We also have a rear 12-volt socket to charge devices when we're in the back. Really, really helpful. And you'll also notice one here and one there. Those are 2 isofix points for the second row. Not in the third though, bear that in mind. Okay, so now we want to get the seats all the way flat. First off to say, this is fabric interior and it's got a cross stitch in the middle with additional padding, which is really comfortable. And then what we need to do, and what I want to do here, is fold everything flat to give me a space. So we lift this up here, and that folds forward, one-handed. And if I remember correctly, please work. Is that the one? Oh, hang on, I might have to do this two-handed. Come on. I need to put pressure here and lift the seat. So hold on a second if we can do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. We're going to try and do that. One, forgot to lift that back up. That's down. That's something. Not panic. really easy. It would help, of course, if the passenger seat wasn't in the furthest back position, and it is now equal to that of the driver's seat. I'm 5'11", where I would be sat. And then you place that down, she goes down like that. Really, really easy. So what sort of space does that get you? Let's have a look. Gives you all that space, cavernous amount of space. Probably put a very small two-seater sofa in the back of there. It's a really good space. Well, let's have a look at the, now to put them back, I don't know if this will work. We're going to just lift this up, one-handed, seat slides back, and then underneath, that goes all the way back into position. If you have a look here, they've got sliding for the seats to move backwards and forwards. Obviously this takes a while to demonstrate, but it is important you have a good idea of what it does. And you'll notice I'm doing this with either one or two hands. That just lifts up, lifts your safety belt, here and here. And there's isofix points here and here. And in the back, we've got an ashtray and a couple of cup holders. Just here for your rear passengers. Really good. Really, really good. Talking about storage, we've got storage bins on both sides. Now, how's the wear, which is important? The wear on the door card here, your handle, your bucket, your bin is in good order. The wear on the kick plate here is in good order. The wear on the back here, you've got a scratch here, a scratch here. The fabrics are in good order, and the plastic trims at the base here. If we come down here where your cup holders are, I'd expect to see these broken, but they're not, they're all working. Your carpet underneath here, all nice and clean. And as I mentioned before, the seats are all in really, really good order. Let's close that one up. Let's close this one up. That's the amount of space you could see to expect. Let's close this one up. If you're coming in from the passenger side, so I try and do this with the camera, hopefully that'll be better. So on the passenger side door, you've got an opportunity to lock all the doors while you're driving. Very useful, very useful. You know, when mum or dad, who's passenger, wants to lock the doors to stop the kids for whatever reason, they can make that decision without having to refer to the driver's side. One touch electric windows, love this with Kia this generation. Your front dashboard area is passenger. We've got height. Oh no, we don't. The Kia Ceed has the height there. Okay, do we have height adjustment on the passenger side? No, we do not. We've got airbags here, airbags here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, airbags up here. So we've got curtain airbags, we've got seat airbags, and we've got passenger front impact airbags. We've got a little hole for a bag, which can hold up to 3 kilos, glove box area here. These plastics are dark and they're a little bit brittle, but everything does the job. You can see I've been out and about. Let's go over to the driver's side. When your driver gets in, you'll notice we've got electric windows all around, one touch. The door locks, we've got power folding mirrors, we've got electric windows, and we can stop the kids putting all the passengers in the rear putting the windows up and down. Over here, as they come in, this is the view they receive, minus a Costa cup and a bottle of water in the very handy cup holders. They will receive, let's get that straight to make that easier. This is what you'll see. This is how you'll be greeted. We've got fog, we've got main beam headlight dip here, fog lamp here, we've got heated windscreen here, we've got trip computer here. On this side, on the right stalk, I don't know if you can see, let's have a look. We've got auto lights, and on the passenger side we've got, on the left hand side we've got auto wipers. We also have cruise control, audio controls for the stereo system. As we come into the center, we have generic Kia of this generation media center. We've got climate control, so you can put the temperature on, let the car do its thing, and it'll find the correct temperature. Or you can have a manual override and increase and decrease the fan speeds. We've got air conditioning mode, front windscreen, rear windscreen, air recirculation, easy for me to say. Either keep the air in or let the air in from the outside. And then right there we have a 4-speed automatic gearbox. Well, actually no, technically 5-speed, because reverse is 1 speed, isn't it? So it goes, we've got 4 going forward and 5 rear in automatic format with the 2 pedals. One thing you'll notice straight away if you look down here, there's a foot handbrake. So you depress the handbrake with your left foot, and to release it you grab that P and pull it towards you. Storage bins and everything along the center, always useful to have here and here. And we've got auxiliary charging point here, auxiliary charging point here, and we have keys, another storage pot, and 2 cup holders. Very well presented. At the top here, if I turn the ignition on, you'll notice there's a sunshine roof. These are controlled by these mechanics here, and all you do is just touch it and away she goes. Happy summer. I'm getting very enthusiastic even though it's November. We are in beautiful Somerset. And we have here, we have sunglasses holder, which has not fallen. Interesting. Usually when these open and down, you usually get the clips at the front that tend to break, but that's really good news. We have a vanity mirror on the driver's side, and the beauty of this being NLS, we have on the driver and the passenger, which opens here. Ooh, just there. And a little clip, so you can put your business cards or any debit cards or prepaid cards for anything that you might need. Loyalty cards for Costa as I am. We've got in the back, we've got 3 rows in total of lighting for your passengers. Super useful, and 2 rows of grab handles on the passenger and I believe the driver's side. Oh, I tell a lie. Apologies, I got that wrong. On the driver's side, there's only a passenger grab handle on the interior, but not on the driver. And we do have a height adjustable seat here. And we have the rake adjustment backwards and forwards, similar format. Airbag up here, airbag here. Hopefully that gives you a good demonstration of the interior, something that you're quite satisfied with. Look, as far as wear is concerned, tiniest bit of grazing here, but the wear on all the seats, the bolsters, it's all in really good order, really good order. It's a very comfortable car. Anything else you might need to know? Does it all work? Well, I'll demonstrate it all on the drive, but I can assure you everything that I've described on here is functioning as it currently sits. Right, let's go and have a drive. She's beeping at me because I don't have my safety belts on. Okay, so what we're going to do is go for a drive. I'm going to run through all the features, controls of the vehicle, so you get a running demonstration of everything working. You notice the seats down just so you have better visibility out the front. Let me pull that up for a second. One thing I didn't mention, it's got an auto dimming rear view mirror. We're going to go through everything. Your climate control, your driving, your drive select modes on the automatic gearbox, your cruise control, audio controls, wipers, etc. Hopefully demonstrate to you everything that's working functionally, accurately and correctly. We've got, as I mentioned before, you might not be able to see, but we've got the foot handbrake here. To release it, we just pull it up here. Great thing is, you've got parking brake here, your handbrake light to determine for you to understand whether or not it's engaged or disengaged. Dead simple, like with any automatic gearbox, you've got one pedal for go and another one to stop. To put the car, starts in park, you've got P on the dashboard, put it into D. Your binnacle area here with the LCD display is clear, crisp and clear, so there's no concern there. And we've got D for go, stop, and we've got R for reverse. Rear parking sensors in action. There's also a manual area, which you can pop it through to manual here, and you've got one that will rise all the way through to 4, being the 4 gears in the automatic gearbox for forward, and the 1 gear to go backwards in reverse. 5-speed auto. So without further ado, let's crack on. One thing to always remember with this Kia, the indicators are on the right and not on the left. Cracking hat on that lady. That young lady. Visibility instantly out of this car is really good, and I've explained to you already, all the glass is in good order. Manoeuvring through this housing estate, dead simple. And it has to be one of the easiest cars to drive and navigate. Over this bump. No foreign noises from the suspension, no rattle, no pull, no tug. The roads we're going on are going to give you a good variation of speeds. We've got 30, we've got 40, we've got 50, and we've got national speed limit. We're not going to go up there, we're going to go this way. So we're going to head back to Taunton. Miles an hour zone, some bumps. That was 60 miles an hour, effortlessly. I won't continue to do that. And I drove a little bit more aggressively, as I do in all these videos, than I normally would, but it's to demonstrate to you folks at home. Let's get the sunroof open and get some lovely air in here. Maybe a wee bit of light as well. Let's head on up. We've got a left-hander, a right-hander, a left-hander at higher speeds. This is 60 miles an hour turning into this right-hander. We'll dab, feather the brake. This isn't. There we go, see? Just to make sure one doesn't have an accident with the oncoming traffic. We're back up to 60 again. Around this corner at 16, which one absolutely holds the road fine, true. All your input, the steering is consistent with what you're experiencing in the car while you're driving. It's not tugging one way or the other way, basically. Let's get down to 40. Now this will be a great time to demonstrate the cruise control. So you've got on, and then you've got set, and you get a little green light at the bottom that tells you your cruise control's on. You don't have to worry about what gear you're in because you're in an automatic gearbox. And feet step back, nice and easy, and let the car do the work. It'll also be really good if you keep both hands on the steering wheel. With the auto lights and the wipers, there's little for you to worry about while you're driving. They just do their thing. No, but more importantly, they work. Right, let's close this just in case you've got some noise coming in. No, it's that one, isn't it? And we're coming down to 30. To reduce speed, you've got a button on here called Coast, and you can just hit this Coast button, which is the same as the set button. It reduces the speed down to 30 miles an hour when it's safe to do. So it's about 30 miles an hour. Let go, and the car will do the rest. We've got electric wing mirrors, folding, power folding. Yes, as I said, we've got electric wing mirrors, electric power folding wing mirrors. So what I'm going to do now, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to hit the button so you can see them coming in, folded in, and now we can see them folding out. Okay, so you might not be able to see, we're going to go through the gearbox now. So we're in third at the moment, and if you pick up the pace a little bit, and if I press up, she goes into fourth. We'll start braking, come down, and we've got, oh, a little bit speedy there, didn't mean to be that. Down to third, change. Down to second, change. Well, I'm not going to put it down to first while doing 40 miles an hour. Okay, and back into drive. So the automated up and down the gearbox works absolutely fine. Let's try some stereo. Power.
It's not that bad, so you kind of understand in the moment, very excited.
The stereo has
picking it up.
medium wave FM radio. Play for too long, copyright and all that jazz. However, it demonstrated the radio works. There is no USB connectivity from what I can find in the car. One has to bear in mind this is 2008, even though the Kia Ceed, surprisingly, the lower, smaller hatchback variant of the Kia range was in the LS model, were offering USB connectivity. Don't know why they didn't offer the Carens, it would be really useful. Let's put that cruise control back on. Okay, let's go through some windscreen wipers. I'm just going to demonstrate them working. And then windscreen washer jets. The rear works and the washer jet works. You won't be able to see in the camera. One will just have to trust me on that. Right, we've done, let's go through what we've done. No, what we haven't touched. We've got fans. So as I'm driving along, trying to keep my eyes on the road at all times. It's a great thing about having buttons and not touch screens. You just know what you're doing without even having to distract yourself from the road. So, fan speed here, working absolutely fabulously, no fault there at all. Let's have a look at, we've got a button that says mode, we hit that and that changes your modes. So that's currently going to my feet at 23.5 degrees and it's 12 degrees outside. And that's working. We go down to my face. Only did like that. Come on, get it down. And that's working. Now we're just going to sit suggest maybe a possible recharging gassing on the probably the air conditioner do a service and again regas. That depends on your own expectations and your own desires at this time of year in your next car. Then turn it off, you go off. Dead simple. Let's try and build up a bit of speed here. So I've got acceleration on. I don't even have to press a pedal. I can hit the acceleration button here and the car will accelerate for me. Still, if we're not in the 50 zone yet, are we? No, the 50 zone's here. So let's get up to 50. The car's currently, we've got a trip computer. I've done 333.3 miles. What are the chances of that? Now 0.4 miles in this vehicle. I've got a couple of kids, right? I've got a 3-year-old lad and a 7-year-old girl, and us lot together, it works a treat. The kids get in, they're jumping out the back. I ran it for a week. It was super useful, and the kids found it a really enjoyable place to be. So we've got the trip computer, we tell you how long you've been driving, your average speed, your miles per gallon. Now over that 333 miles per gallon, 333.5 miles now, I've averaged 37.8 mpg. On a run, I've seen that as high as 46, 47 mpg, and around town, I have seen that as low as 33, 34. So that should give you some real world experience. Today. Horn works as you expect it to. Set. I'm just to take over the driving now because I'll turn off the cruise because there's no need. Right, so hopefully that gives you a good round opinion of how the car drives. I'm going to pull over in a moment, demonstrate to you under the bonnet, then we're going to head back and have a look at the paperwork. And let's pull over about now. There's a nice little secluded area just here, which is super helpful. Over those bumps. Absolutely fab. Okay, just here will be fine. Okay, so what else can I tell you about the vehicle? Prior to looking under the bonnet, why don't we just talk about where the vehicle is. The Kia has a part service history, but that is a comprehensive part service history if there's such a thing. That's 10 services in the bank. I don't ever say full service history if I'm completely up with you, because the reality is, the way I view service history is, if it's done every year on the day of the dot or one day earlier, every year on the dot by the dealer, and this is just not the case in the real world. So the majority of cars you'll see will have part service history. But this had 10 services in the book. We'll go back and have a look at that later on. What else could it? It's got a year's MOT on it. This was completed last week. The car's done 110,891 miles as it currently sits. I'm not driving it anymore. It will get a freshen up on the cleaner thing, but it does. That's where we're at with the car. The car, as far as warranty is concerned with it, I'm selling it with 3 months engine and gearbox warranty only. What does that cover you for? That covers you for engine and gearbox failure. Unfortunately, if an electrical item breaks, or a seat doesn't work, or an exhaust or a wiper blade falls off, I'm afraid you won't be covered. However, if you've got engine and gearbox failure, or any fault, you know what, please just give me a call. It's a case of everybody being adults about these things, but because of the checks we do, I honestly believe that this shouldn't happen. What else can I talk to you about? Pretty much nothing. Let's have a look under the gearbox, under the bonnet. And brake. This is the 16 valve 2 litre CRD Kia diesel engine, and I never dress these engines. I always leave them as they are because it gives you a really good idea, good indication of how they've been looked after throughout their life. We'll go through all the servicing history and everything like that. This vehicle has undergone a service prior to sale, so that is up to date. We have you've got your coolant over here, your brake fluid here, your hydraulic fluid here, your all important windscreen washer here. You'll notice there are some new parts, some maintenance that's been completed. You can see where somebody spilt. That actually wasn't us or me or the garage. That was there before. Someone spilt some oil whilst topping it up. It's pretty, you'd expect that with a car of this age at some point. We've got an alternator here, which is fabulous. That's been replaced. Dipstick. We have a battery, motor equip, just down the road. So that's a reasonably new battery. I haven't done that myself, but where I know these guys, that's been replaced. That's not from factory fitted standard. There's not really much to talk about. I mean, what you can see is there's no concern down this side. You can't really see the chassis rails very well, but there's no corrosion or rust or anything to concern yourself with here. Where the top of your top struts here on the driver's side and the passenger side, not too nor. They don't look like they've been replaced recently. At the same point, they don't look like there's any concern there either. Right, let's go and have a look at the service history. Thank you. So folks, let me present to you the paperwork with the car that comes with the vehicle. We've got owner's manual, service history, owner's wallet. There is a V5, obviously I'm not going to share that with you, data protection, all that jazz. We've got Kia roadside assist, not that it would make a difference now, but it's good to have for the records, and a manual audio guide for the owner's manual for the audio. We've got the MOT, which is here, which expires 2nd of November 2022 with no advisories, which is really good news. There's an array of historic invoices. Leave that to one side. I think it's someone's insurance details. So a tyre and tracking, service receipt, another service receipt here, front brakes, hoses. When's this from? A registration 2000. So this was in 2017. Oil filter, brake service, hose brakes, hoses, pads, hose brake pads, etc. Oil. That must be that must have been from the front brakes. Where was the customer? Our customer was from Exeter. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, a couple of other historic MOTs and bits and bobs. Right, let's have a look at this service history. See if I can bring that up if I do this. So here's the service book here. Let's get open to the pages that really matter. Right, so what have we? What have we got? Okay, so we got the first major service with Phoenix Kia in 2009 at 6,000 miles. 2010 is the second service at basically 14,000 miles. Then we got Exeter in 2011 at 23. 2012 at 801. That's an independent, not a Kia main dealer. And then we've got another same independent as before, so at 42, 2013 at 52, we're on 6 now, in 2014. And then we've got that on the other side. We've got 60,000 miles at 2015 at the 7th service. The 8th service was done in 2016. We're back on main dealer, which is Kia. Great news. We're now currently at 68,000. We've done 2017. We're at 86,000. Again, Kia body chair, and then we've got a 10th service. It's got body check there. I'm not sure if that should be there. So all right, so we've got up to 9 services in the book. Up until 86, the vehicle's done 110, but we've just done a service as well on the car, which will take it up to 10 services. Last service dated in, which I'll pop a stamp just here in the book for the date and the work that's been completed on the car. Right, let's just rock outside and we'll just close up and review the evening. So that concludes the video. So let's just do a quick recap on what we've done. We've had a look at the exterior of the car. We've highlighted all its little minor blemishes on the bodywork. I know it's a little bit dark here, guys, but it's the end of the day. And so yeah, we had a look at the exterior of the car, had a look at the minor blemishes on the bodywork. We had a look at the interior, went through all the features in the interior. We went for a test drive, and what else we did? Went for a test drive, we looked at the paperwork and looked under the bonnet. Hope you found it informative and help you make a decision on your next car. If you've got any questions, please feel free to get in contact. The car is available at www.cardoors.com here in Taunton, Somerset. This is my little unit, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.